Hi, my loves, and welcome back to Ocean Aura. My name is Phoenix Rose, but you can call me Phoenix. And before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. All of my information for my Instagram information and my paypal.me for donations is in the description box below. So come follow me on IG. And then if you're on my IG, come follow me over here on YouTube. Well, subscribe. And donations are welcomed and much appreciated. So let's jump right into it. This is another one of my remake videos because I think the message is great. But again, in my last video, I was like, and it doesn't matter. I'm not saying that all of my videos are going to be like sunshine, puppies, rainbows, and that I'll be like, there's nothing wrong with a little in your neck. Okay. What I'm saying is like, I really want to be speaking in the affirmative and really be more encouraging. So, let's get into it. I don't even know what I have titled this, so just know that whatever that title is below is encompassing what I'm about to say. So I wanted to talk, and I don't have the same music playing from the other video. I don't feel like changing it. So, my loves, I wanted to talk about this idea as far as the twin flame journey goes. You guys already know how I feel about twin flames. If you don't, I have a video you can look for in my list of videos. It's why I don't believe it. It's called Why I Don't Believe in Twin Flames. I do, however, believe in divine coupling and in finding your true counterpart. If you hear the whistling, you guys know my radiator. So there's this idea, one thing that I wanted to talk about because it's been coming up recently in the spiritual community and also just in general. Like, these are things that I've seen since I used to think I was a twin flame. Like, I'm talking about like eons ago, okay? And this idea of like, you're in separation and this person who either, because in twin flames they talk about this runner chaser dynamic, which is extremely unhealthy. It's nothing to aspire to. You should always be pursued, ladies. So this is also kind of like a hi. I didn't even do my dance. Oh my gosh, guys. Hi, hypergamy. Hi, hypergamy chat. So you should always be pursued because that is your divine feminine energy. That is your receiving mode, your receptivity. You always want to be in that. I watched another video by a guy. He didn't like some of the, I didn't agree with everything he said, but I think he made really great points. And it was nice that it was from a man's perspective. I think his name is Tony Gaskins. Don't quote me on that. I hope I didn't butcher his name too bad. But it was talking about having a man earn you, and meaning like through his action and doing his one job. Although he did not include, he thought that like money was not a part of it, and I don't agree, but that's neither here nor there. Or meeting up to sit on a bench, like, to me that's the equivalent of a coffee date. That's even worse than a coffee date, because it's like, you see this, guys? That costs money, honey. No. But anyway, I digress. So even his idea of like, your mindset shouldn't be, I need a man, I want a man, I need a man. It should be that a man needs me. I am the prize. And I loved that idea. So I watched him because I was like, let me get a man's perspective. Let me listen with the intent to understand and get somebody else's perspective other than mine. And sometimes I was ready to like, and then I was like, no, just like listen. And he made so many great points. I didn't finish the video, but I got the gist of it, and I'm probably will go back and finish it. But yes, this idea of being in your receiving mode, and when you're telling yourself, when you are chasing a man, you are not in your receiving mode. That is very masculine. And he was saying it doesn't matter what, and I'm saying this to preface the rest of the video. Like, it doesn't matter if you live an hour away. For a man who wants you, he will get there. And it doesn't matter if he's working a 40-hour week, a 60-hour week. If you are a priority to him, if he really wants you, men are hunters by nature. He will go out of his way to show up, to show out, to show you through not only over the phone, but through action, right? That you are an investment to him, that he values you, that he values your time, that he values your energy. And the best way to do that is to stay in your receptive mode, not to chase him, not to open the door for people who have ghosted you, who have betrayed you or made you feel less than, or made you feel like you had to ask for what is already yours by divine right, made you feel like you had to beg for the bare minimum. That is not something you want. What you want is a sure man, a man who is secure within himself, who loves himself. Remember, this is all encompassing. We don't want just one little piece of it, the bag, the money, the house. You know, he pays for everything. That's non-negotiables, but it's not the whole entire package. And so what was going on in the spiritual community, thank you, 6 minutes in, we can finally get to it, is that like you guys are in separation in the 3D, but up in the 5D or whatever D that isn't here, you guys are talking and you're communicating, and you know, you feel each other and telepathically, skirt, my loves. If a man isn't showing you that here, he's not doing it anywhere else. Now, I'm not saying that, yes, that no, you know, like what I will say is, yes, I can agree with that to the extent of I can meditate and go within and go and ascend my consciousness up to the 5D, where I'm in complete, total receiving mode. I'm in the vortex where it's done, it's done, it's done. And there I am in union with my divine counterpart. And then I come out of that and I really resonate in that. I really am there. I've done all my work to fill that out so that it is real, visually, sensory wise, so that it's a reality I'm creating. And then I come out of that and I leave it alone. And then I stay in my receptive mode and I allow it to come to me. And then I follow divine guidance into doing things that are beneficial to me, that make me feel good, that raise my vibration, that attract to me all of the right circumstances, situations, and people. And yes, we become in union in the 3D. But you get into really choppy waters when you begin to tell yourself, oh, he ghosted me, but he is talking to me in the 5D. It kind of makes you hold a torch for someone who isn't even thinking about you. It makes you cut off and close off other opportunities for a sure man, for your true divine counterpart to show up for you, to present. There's nowhere for him to present. You have filled and occupied his space with someone out of a desire that is low vibrational, that is very rooted in pick-menism. And my loves, you are goddesses if you so choose to be, but that has to be an active choice you make on your part. Okay? You can have what is yours by divine right, but who's going to show up to claim it? Like, you have to claim what is yours by divine right. And you know, it's like having a winning lottery ticket, but you never go to cash it in. So then, yeah, I have it, but it's not being put to work. You have to put these things to work. This is an ever-moving universe. And especially in times like this where emotions are running high, where there's a lot of fear-mongering and there is a lot of intensity and highly emotional triggering energy going on, you don't want to contribute to it by, you know, putting the pedal to the metal on a pygmy tall tale you told yourself. Men do what they want to do. They show up. I'm not saying, you know, there's one little unaccounted for variable percentage of people who are like genuinely like, oh man, I messed up, I don't know how to go back in, or oh man, I find her, and whatever the thing is, we are attracting men who are certain. We are attracting men who are in touch with all of their higher selves in every other dimension. And they do so and mirror us in all of those dimensions to where he can walk into your life in the physical. And that takes no force, no action of your part. That takes no pursuit on your part. You are not to be the pursuer. You are not to be the chaser. You are not to be the hunter. Be in your receiving mode. Ask, believe, receive. Ask. And I would even say, switch that and say, declare, know, and allow. Declare, know, and allow. Declare what you want. Say it factually as if it is already done. Say you have dominion. You are God here on earth. Speak out what you want. Say it like it's a fact, because it is, because it's done, it's done, it's done. And then know. You've got to know like you know it is already done. You have to know that there's nothing else for you to do but feel great about the fact that it's done. And then you have to allow. You have to allow. Allow it to come in. Allow it to show up. Allow it to present itself to you. But don't, because when you start doing that thing, you are trying to make it happen, or you are you're being specific, but in a way that cuts off the avenues in which your manifestation can get to you. You know, the 10th person, because remember, we're always talking to the 9. And maybe I need to start talking to the 10th person, like, honestly. But I don't want to be talking in the sense of like, let's give the power away. When you start to say like, oh, up there, he's talking to me, and you're just like wishing and hoping and praying on a star, looking all the way up there. You're not even thinking about yourself. You're not filling your own cup. And it comes from a space, it's really rooted in fear that you're not going to get the thing you want. So you have to make it somewhere else instead of here, instead of alignment, right? You are, it's what you say. So if this person is the person you want, I don't even want to tell you to do that, because honestly, I'm not really about that. Like, if that person comes in, they would have to come in so different that is a brand new man. Like, they buried the old man. Whoever you're, that's what I'm saying. So you can't even expect that person to be the person who shows up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you are recreating yourself all the time and evolving and trying to leave, you know, the old you somewhere so that the new you can exist. You have to do the same exact thing with, pardon my noisy ass house. You have to do the same exact thing with your intention for the other person. If you're thinking this, so then guess what? The same person isn't showing up. So always be like, I'm open to new love, because wouldn't that be a new love, my loves? If he shows up and he's doing his one job of pleasure and ease, when he's making you a priority and showing you that you're a blessing and that you're special to him and how lucky he is to have you. So I really want you to think about that. I really want you to meditate on that. And I really, really, really want you to meditate on your divine counterpart and someone who's mirroring your self-love. So it always begins here. It's always with you. Okay, my loves? So I'm gonna leave it there before it gets any more noisy, and 15 minutes is a good place to stop. I'm trying to shorten these videos to I mean, it'll be whatever time it'll be, but I want you guys to stay with me and stay engaged and be able to receive all of these messages. So please remember, you're important, you matter, you count. And I'm wishing you mad love and many blessings, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.